guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna, and for those of you who are new here, welcome, and for those of you who are returning, welcome back. Here on my channel I do planner and planner related videos, DIY tutorials, budget videos, and the occasional new release video of items that I've listed to my Etsy shop. And if that is of interest to you, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you hit that little notification bell, you'll always be notified of when I do load a new video. Commenting on this video, liking and sharing it to your favorite platform does help my channel grow and is truly appreciated. So we are doing cash envelopes, and actually this video will be a two-parter. The first part of it will be for the stuffing, unstuffing of the cash envelopes, and the second part will just be a quick recap of last month's overall monthly budget. There's not a lot going on in the monthly budget. There never really is. So I wanted just to include it with this one. I'll probably do that with videos going forward. And that way, if you're only interested in this section, then cool. And then I'll timestamp below. If you're only interested in the monthly recap, then you can just skip ahead to that. But I do want to just put this all into one video. So we started off the week with $35 in spending and $5 for work. $5 I spent from work, so I can already mark that one out. And actually these categories are in the wrong place. So $5 we spent, and then for spending I spent 17 and 5, so that's 22. And that leaves us with $13 remaining, and that $13 is going to go to savings. Again, should have taken it off the rings. So let me jot this down. Today is the 12th. So we're going to move to savings so that we can zero this out and start fresh, because we aren't carrying anything forward. So I'll put this up there, and then we'll do our transactions. For spending, on the 7th, I picked up breakfast from McD's. Seems to be a pattern here. And that was spending. And $5. And then yesterday, I picked up a breakfast, lunch, and a coffee from some little shops downtown. And breakfast, lunch, and coffee. And I'll just say downtown, because there's actually two different places. And that was spending. And that was $17. And that was it, because we are moving the rest to savings. And on the 10th, I picked up coffee cream from the Walmart. And actually would have picked up breakfast, but then I saw my bus coming and I just decided to figure out something at work and eat there. So coffee cream, Walmart. And that was the work category. And this particular creamer is like $4 and change. I like the Nestle Italian sweet creamer. That's my favorite. Some of the holiday ones, once I see them, then I'll get that. And I believe it was Miss C. I think needing less. I'm not sure. I really need to write these things down before I start a video. But the way that we do coffee at work is I'll pick up the creamer, because we usually have between 2 and sometimes even 4 different flavored creamers, just to change things up. And then one of my coworkers buy the coffee pods, because we have a Keurig. And then one of my coworkers picks up water, because the water at work doesn't taste good. So that's how we divide up coffee duty amongst us. And then a couple of our other coworkers, they don't drink coffee. So it's just really the 3 of us predominantly. And so we just cycle out, and that's how we share the coffee duties, just in case you were wondering. All right, so let's move that money to our little savings goal. Actually, we're going into week 3, so we're going to take that out, and then we're going to, yeah, it's this one. We're going to move the savings here. So we've got $13. Today is the 12th. So we're adding 13. Actually, we'll do 13 there. And then that and that is 3 makes 60, 10 makes 70. Wow, alrighty. So let's put it together and see if that math comes out. I've got a calculator over there, but I don't want to grab it. So we'll put our money together, and we've got 20, 30, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. That's what? 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I won't know what I did until I edit this. Yeah, and there's only, well, okay. Well, there's $70 here. I don't know what I did, but and now it's all out of order. Gold star teacher, guys. Gold star teacher. So we are nearly at our $100 savings goal, so that's good. So we'll put this back here. And we still have our $100 in here from last month's. And this was just the excess over the $100. And then we'll go ahead and divvy up the cash for this week. And actually, I'm going to keep the 2 categories, but I'm going to do spending and toiletries because I think I need to pick up another deodorant. I have to look in my stash, but that's where we're going to put part of the money. And let's do 10 here and 30 here. And it's another full work week. There's no bake sales or any events that I can think of that's on campus. So yeah, that should be fine. So we'll divvy this. We'll put the 10 in, well, no, we'll put the 30 in spending, and then we'll put the 10 in toiletries, and nothing will go in for work. Again, if I need something for work, I can always pull it out of one of those other categories, so that's fine. So that's the end of the cash envelope portion of this video. If that's all you're interested in, thank you so much for following me on this journey. But if you're also interested in to see how my September monthly budget did, then just stay tuned. Alrighty, so this is my recap for my September monthly budget. Just like I did the month before, I'm doing it right now where I look at the recap of the actual numbers and then I just do a sort of comparison from month to month. So for the 3 different accounts we have, the first one is my main account, which all of my bills are paid out of, and on top of the bills and the student loan and the housing and all of that, I did put $200 towards cash envelopes. Oh wait, let me back up a little. I don't do my monthly, or actually most of my budgeting like most people do. If you're interested in a more comprehensive budget breakdown on a week or bi-weekly basis, then I definitely would recommend to check out Cassandra or Erin or Lushawn. Tara's no longer doing them, but she has a lot of great videos. There's My Budgeting Journey. There's Better Budget Than Broke or something like that. Again, check out my description box and I'll have a whole bunch of people down there that I follow that I just enjoy watching their budgeting videos. Mine is just more of, okay, after I pay all of my bills and all of my absolute required things are taken care of, then how do I figure out doing with the rest of that money? Sorry, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. So like I said, from that main account, which is where my regular paycheck is deposited, $200 every month goes towards cash envelopes. This month I was actually able to put $140 towards my sinking fund. I did not do anything towards my snowball, and I think my snowball will be on hold at least for the rest of the year. And the reason for that is I actually really do want to get my emergency savings up. I've been trying to do the Dave Ramsey baby steps, but do it in my own version. But I can see as I'm going and progressing through my own budget journey, which only started in January of this year, that I do want to have money set aside in the event something happens, and then start focusing on my debt. So like I said, for right now, that snowball is just going to be on hold. And then I did do additional spending from this account, and this mostly was for groceries, and I picked up some craft supplies, but because this was put on my debit card, you never saw them in these videos, because this is really only what did I spend my cash on. This encompasses what hit that bank account, and it's actually kind of nice because I have both the cash category and the spending, or not a spending category, but I can see what hits my bank account. I can keep track of it that way, even if I'm not writing it all down someplace. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that makes sense to me. Bank 2 is a Discover debit card that I created specifically for my sinking funds. Going into the month of September, we had $66.45. I added the $140, and then I had $109 worth of transactions. Some of that was medical copays. One of that was a $40 something. Don't remember what it was. I'd have to look. I didn't itemize this month because I really want to know what I'm starting and ending with at this point. But yeah, this was all either business or medical, or I know one of the apps that I pay for goes here, but yeah, that's what was comprised of that. And so we're ending the month at $97.03, which is good. For my business account, I talked about this in another video, and I'll link that below. For Etsy, my net profit, this is what hit the bank, was $133.08, $25.66 from Amazon affiliate income. And then this is the first month that I have YouTube income of $140.07. My expenses out of this account was $114.37, so that leaves me a net profit of $184.44. And let me move that so I can move this up. And then for savings, this money is directly out of my paycheck. So I started with $484.26, $51.15 was added. That's $50 from my paycheck, $25 per paycheck, and the rest is interest and some of the earnings from this account, because the cashback earnings goes into this account, because these are both Discover. This is a Discover debit and this is a Discover savings. And so I'm ending the month of September with $535.41 for my emergency fund. I did have the $650, and I was able to add the $100, although it's still in here, so I do need to put that in the bank, and so that's $750 there. And then between these two accounts, even though this truly, I don't want to touch it, between these two accounts, I do have a total savings of $12.85.41. And then just to look month to month, I did have an increase, so I was able to actually add money into my sinking funds. My snowball decreased, so I'm not doing anything for that. But then my spending decreased. So the month before, I had spent $234.57, when this month it was $168.27. And I have to tell you, this took a lot of time to wrap my head around, that, you know, I just should save, and I should pay down debt, and pay down debt, and pay down debt. And I don't want to say it was making me anxious, because I can see the positive of that, but it's just a hard way to live. and from having no kind of constraints to being just completely constrained on myself and thinking that I'm a bad person because I'm spending my own money in maybe not the most productive of ways. I really just need to be a little bit easier on myself. Yes, I want to save. Yes, I want to pay debt. But yes, I also want to enjoy my life. So there's just finding that balance. For August, sinking funds, we started with $66.45. In September, we are going into October with $97.03. There was some money going in and there was some money coming out, but that still was an increase of $30. For my business account, because of Etsy, because of YouTube, there was an increase because my Etsy sales were not as much as the month before. But again, it's all just a combination of this. So I did see an increase in net profit of $48.61. Now the caveat with this is all that's going in and out of this bank account. But some of the things for my business, I pay with my sinking funds. Some of the things for my business, I pay from this account right here, like my phone. So this is really only a true accounting of this account. If I take into some of those other things, then this net profit might actually be lower. My Intuit app that I use, that actually gives me a clearer picture. But I mean, just so that you guys can see, how things are coming in at least. That's what my net profit was for the month of September. And then for August, I've never touched this account to take money out. And then for my emergency fund, again, even though that $100 isn't in the bank, it is an increase of $100 because I haven't touched that as well. Eventually, I'd like to move this to its own account with this same bank so that it's just easier not to spend. Because, I know it's for emergencies, but sometimes when you see a really good sale at Joann.com, that could be considered emergency. At least it can for me. So I'd really just like to add another layer of, well, no, I need to move this here to move that there. And that might, quiet some of that feeling. Anyway, this is probably a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I did want to just show you guys this. I did finish this by my goal date of 10/7. I'm not filming until today, so I'm going to consider that a win as well. All right, guys, well, that's it for me for now. Next week and for the rest of this month, it's just going to be regular recap videos. And then, like I said, in the future, I probably will just try to squish it in just because I don't know that there's enough to talk about in a monthly recap, because I do all the work beforehand, because I've tried doing this on camera with you guys and it's just super frustrating and has sometimes ended in tears. So whether you're crying on your end, I don't know, and I'm sorry if you are, but I don't like crying. So all right, I hope you guys have an enjoyable weekend and next week, and as always, aloha.